Hello, seniors, and greetings from Stony Brook. I'm standing on my back porch on a beautiful spring afternoon thinking about all of you. For me, spring represents newness of life, and I'm excited about all of the wonderful opportunities that are coming your way. I wanted to send you a note of encouragement during this very difficult time. I know that many of you are experiencing feelings of loss and disappointment, but I wanted you to know that you've accomplished so much and you have so much to be proud of. We love you and are proud of everything that you've done here at the Stony Brook School. I want you to know that we pray for you, that we love you, and that we expect great things from you. I know that the Lord will encourage you, empower you, and equip you to do every wonderful work that you set your heart and mind to. And I wanted to say congratulations to the class of 2020.
Seniors, I'm so grateful for this opportunity to tell you that you've been an amazing class. You've been accomplished, whether as students, athletes, musicians, artists, philosophers, mathematicians, prefects, council members. You've used your gifts and talents to bless our community, and we are a better school because of each of you. You've been flexible and resilient. Even when everything went on Zoom, you showed up and continued to be engaged. You demonstrated that it was still important to you. You continued to be a class that led the way in proving that we didn't have to be together to be together. You've learned to be accepting of our ever-changing world, and when you were dealt change after change, you proved that you could be hopeful, optimistic, loving, encouraging. I know that it wasn't easy. You've been role models to this community that when the going gets tough, which it did, the tough get going, which you did. You've been kind. In the middle of this winter, I was a recipient of your kindness. Seniors, I can't express my gratitude to so many of you who reached out to me when my mother passed away. And even though you were experiencing so much stress trying to finish out college applications, you took the time to let me know you were thinking of me and praying for me and my family. I will never forget your kindness. I suppose this message wouldn't be complete without talking a little bit about college. I am, after all, one of your college counselors. So let's talk about college. You have surpassed all expectations this year, and I'm not really talking about getting into top-ranked colleges. You worked really hard this year on telling your story to colleges, and they obviously noticed. Each of you were admitted to colleges where we believe you will continue to grow, learn, be challenged, be influencers for good, be leaders, be change agents, and in general, thrive. As we look to the future, I'm so excited for what is ahead for you. Congratulations, class of 2020. I love you, I'm so proud of you, and I will miss you.
Dear seniors, I wish we could have this conversation face to face, perhaps while enjoying some espresso in my office or in the Monroe Lounge, listening to Oscar and Eze banter incessantly. Nevertheless, I'm grateful for the chance to share a few words on this unusual yet celebratory occasion. I would like to thank each of you for the role that you have played in my life during our shared years at SBS, and the role that you have allowed me to play in yours. More than you know, you have been a source of joy, encouragement, kindness, laughter, many times when those things were in short supply. And it has been my privilege to walk beside you as you prepare for the next chapter in your stories. You have been and will be deeply missed, seniors, and I sincerely hope that you'll keep in touch with me and with your other teachers who have invested so much and who have grown rather fond of you. I'm confident that your class will be long remembered, and not just for our current situation, but because of who you are, as talented, passionate, fun, goofy individuals. And finally, I promised some of you that once my daughter was well enough and the weather turned a bit warmer, that you'd have the chance to meet her. That seems unlikely now, but perhaps a video introduction is the next best thing. And so this is Claire, and I'm recording this message on her first birthday. She wanted to thank you for all of your many prayers on her behalf. They were heard, they were appreciated, and she also wanted to congratulate you on a job exceptionally well done. So until next time, seniors, we love you, we are proud of you, and thanks for everything.
Hi, seniors. the beginning of this novel, The Brothers Karamazov, there is a verse from John chapter 12, verse 24. That verse says, "Verily, verily, I say unto you, unless a corn of wheat fall into the ground and die, it abideth alone. But if it die, it bringeth forth much fruit." Well, seniors, maybe we feel like a lot of what we had hoped for the end of this year has fallen into the ground. But I am praying for us that as we face these losses, we will learn to see in it new life. Some of the new life that I am looking forward to for students involves a bit of a transition for me. Many of you know next year I'm not going to be teaching English as much as I was. I'm going to be doing more college counseling, a little less English teaching. That involves a bit of loss for me. I love English teaching and will be sad not to do quite as much of it. However, it also for me involves some new life. I love doing college counseling and am excited about giving more to that. That does mean, though, those seniors, those of you who were in my English class this year, you occupy a special place for me. You were a kind of last group where I got to be the English teacher for all of the AP English students. And I want you to know that you helped make this year really special for me. You were a great class, an enthusiastic class, such a class full of curiosity, great readers, great writers. Thank you so much. This was a great year to teach English, and I loved sharing that with you. Also, students, this year was a great year to be involved in college counseling, not only because you had great results, which you did as a class, and congratulations, but because class, you were great to work with. You opened up, you agonized with us, you shared your writing, but in the end, you showed lots of determination, lots of character, and I'm really grateful for you for that. So seniors, congratulations. You've been a joy to work with, a joy to serve. Know that each of you has something to give. The world desperately needs hopes and dreams and faith and character and determination, and you have these things. Class, I miss you. I wish we could be together, but I'm so grateful for you, and I look forward to seeing you in person whenever we can again. Know that as you go forth, I will be praying for you. God bless you.
Hey seniors, I just wanted to say a quick goodbye and thank you for all the great work you've done this year. On the first day of class, I remember saying that even if I won the lottery, I'd want to come back and teach U.S. history to SBS students. Now, I didn't know then what I do now, but I still stand by that statement. Day in and day out, I've been so impressed with your character, your commitment, and your integrity. And I know that there's a lot of negative forecasting right now. There's not a lot of hope in the future and what the world will be. But if what I've seen from the class of 2020 is any indication, we have tremendous cause to believe that the future will be better and stronger and brighter. I also know that there's a tendency to see this year as kind of a loss, as a year where expectations went unfulfilled, where we didn't finish the way that we wanted to. But I want to say to you that this has been one of the most remarkable years in my teaching career, and your class will stand out to me as one of the best experiences I've ever had as a teacher. Because regardless of the environment, regardless of the conditions, you have stayed faithful. You have endured to the end. And that's perhaps the best gift you could ever give to a teaching community, to be students who are willing to learn regardless of the circumstances. I also want to say a blessing over you. I know that times are uncertain, and it's not always easy to see what our future will be. But I know that the work that you've invested here is not for nothing, that you have laid the groundwork, you have laid a foundation for success and for flourishing, and that work is not in vain. So thank you so much for your contributions, and I will miss you all very much.
Class of 2020, you did it. Congratulations on your graduation and all of your outstanding accomplishments. You all are an incredible class, from your college acceptances to the many ways you put your gifts on display, whether it was on our athletic teams, in the arts, or certainly in leadership, in playing such an integral role to our community life. Thank you for all the ways that you've helped to make our community excellent and special in the process. Special shout outs to my 5 advisees, Riley, Tony, Wolf, Nick, and Bangje, my prefects Leslie and Will, and my head captain Arden. I've loved working and teaching with so many of you these past couple years. As you leave Stony Brook, remember to take with you all that you have learned, including some euro. Firstly and primarily, remember to take with you our motto and our mission. Remember to always serve the world through your character and leadership, looking for ways to look beyond yourselves and to continue to live excellently, as you have already learned to do here. Remember that Stony Brook is always a home for you and always to come back. We'll miss you, and we look forward to seeing you any opportunities we can. I love you all, I'll miss you all, and I wish you God's richest blessings in your next steps in college, in your life beyond, and always. Take care.
Hey seniors, it's Mrs. DiRuggiero. Congratulations on finishing your senior year. I know this graduation is different from what we all expected, but just know that we love you and we've been blessed as faculty to be a part of your lives, lived with some of you, taught some of you, and as a mom of a senior, I'm feeling it with you. And the fact that I'm going to be, this is going to be my last year at SBS, I understand how difficult this leave process has been for all of us. So hang in there, congratulations, please keep in touch, and know that the knowledge and the wisdom and the relationships you build here are no less important because of this crazy ending. Hold on to that. Take care, everybody.
Seniors, well, here you are at the end. You did it. Just wanted you to know that over these last 3 years, I've genuinely enjoyed being your class sponsor. I will miss you. I will miss those times of planning events. I will miss those times of stopping by your dorm on that night and bringing brownies and cupcakes. I will miss those of you that stopped by my office and grabbed some candy and just hung out and talk. I'll miss seeing your faces on campus. I'll miss those conversations over in Canis during lunch. I'll miss hearing stories about your success, about your struggles and your accomplishments. I'll miss listening to the friendship drama situation. I'll miss listening to the highlights of your life. I'll even miss listening to the lowlights of your life. I'm just going to miss you. These last 3 years, you all have worked really hard. The last 4 years, you've all worked really hard, and you've made it to this point. You're graduating, and you're going off to an exciting next chapter of your life. Please stay in touch. You guys deserve the best, as you've worked really hard to earn the best. So, I guess on these last final days, I just want you to know that I'll miss you, and I have enjoyed getting to know each and every one of you. Take care, and God bless.
A little dream of mine came true this year, something that I had wanted and hoped for since I arrived at Stony Brook about 5 years ago, and that was to teach each and every senior. And I got to do it this year, and I loved it. I loved A period and A period. You see, there were 2 A periods. Great, both of them. I love B period. I love C, D, E, and H. Y'all were a little quiet, but I loved you too. Everyone else who hears this message might think, oh, he's just rattling off the letters of the classes he teaches. No, that's not true. If you're a teacher, you know every class has a unique personality. And I love teaching all 7 sections of faith and culture. And the reason every class has a different personality is because the students in the class have different personalities. Come back to that in a moment. Seniors, I want to thank you for hanging with me this year in our philosophy classes. And I want to thank you because we ask you seniors to do something really difficult that most seniors in high school across the country aren't asked to do. And that is to open up and to poke and prod and question the way that you see your life and the world that you live in and think about God, all these sorts of questions. And you were up for the task this year. No one was like, oh, whatever. No one said, I don't need to waste my time with this. But all of you, through thinking together and talking together in faith and culture, all of you showed your thoughtfulness and your persistence, your open-mindedness, your humor, showed your friendship with each other. It was a wonderful year. So thank you. I really enjoy those conversations with you. I live for those conversations. So while I'm at it, let me just say this is an open-ended invitation, students. If down the road you find yourself learning something interesting in life about these questions that we've thought about, I would love to hear from you and to see what you've learned. Okay, last thought. This is only supposed to be 2 minutes, so here I go. Back to the idea that each of you is special. I know it's corny, I know it's mushy, but you know what? I think it's true. But the reason why it's true isn't a corny or a mushy reason. It's not what our cultures always tell us, which is that, oh, you're special because look at your SAT score, look what you have achieved, or look how good looking you are, or how great you are on the athletic field or on the piano or whatever. You are special because you are beloved, seniors. You bear the image of a God who is so vast and so great that he can have billions of children, all of whom are unique. And the world is full of glory-bearing children, glory-bearing beings like yourself, all of whom reflect some special aspect of their Creator. Seniors, you're beautiful, and we love you, and we miss you already. May the Lord be with you.
Well, here we are, class of 2020, in the middle of COVID-19 and a wild spring, trying to figure out how to celebrate 6 years at the Stony Brook School, or maybe just even 6 months, whatever the Lord has gifted you to be at the Stony Brook School. It has been the end of 26 years for me, and I'm grateful to have a chance to speak to you all for a minute in this amazing, amazing time. It has been an incredible blessing for me these 26 years. I want to remind you that this situation is not a surprise to God. He is intimately involved with every single one of you, even knowing the number of hairs on every head, it says in Psalms. This is good news. He loves you more than you can even imagine. Since I realized that my own Joshua was graduating from high school in 2020, I have been praying for this class. This year was specifically chosen for you. The Lord can bring beauty out of ashes and joy and celebration in the midst of the most difficult times. So one last time, I would ask you to trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge him, and he will make your path straight. Would you please join me in singing the doxology? Praise God from